to hit their stride and get into a rhythm.
And the same can be said for the younger talent. The rookies are shaking up.
Substitution
is here for the Timberwolves. Reed, he's checked in for Gobert. And Smith subbed in for Mike Conley. San Antonio also making some changes. Bassey's checked in. And Keita Bates-Diop's subbed in for Doug McDermott. On the floor for San Antonio, Devin Vassell out there with Jones. And it's Bassey in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. It's good. McDaniels got his second bucket.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
Spurs trail by 13.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Pass to Bates-Diop. Vassell with it. Edwards there. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. They want to keep rolling here following the win against the Thunder.
And you gotta love a team that can maintain its composure on the road. Take good shots and knock them down with confidence.
They took the air out of the crowd again and again with big shots. They never let the fans become a factor.
Zohan, the pass to Bassey. Out to the right wing. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. 6 to shoot. Down low. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Oh, reversed it home. That was pretty.
Agreed. The agility on display.
And after a 2-decade-plus playoff streak, the Spurs have been in the lottery the last 3 seasons, and they're focused more on youth and development.
Smith's shot is good.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
They came out and bum-rushed them. Huge difference in activity level from both teams tonight.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Kyle Anderson, he's checked in for McDaniels. 52 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Graham. Reed with the rebound.
And they have a narrow edge here in rebounding early on, and you wonder what kind of a role that's going to play moving forward.
Smith for 3. Drills the three-pointer. Smith's got 5 points so far. Well, it's no secret that MP was a very controversial pick, Greg, by this team. The debate between him and Shep Owens will be argued for a long time, I'm sure.
And you can see both sides of the argument. A player who does the little things versus an athletic monster with upside. The fan base, though, has made it pretty clear they want to know. Wow, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
For 3, Smith. And another 3 for Minnesota.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
They came out swinging, really setting the tone on offense, and the opposition has not been able to respond.
And so it's Minnesota feeling good about their 17-point lead heading into the break. Their defense has been terrific.
Time to get up and make some noise.
Substitution now for Minnesota. Towns, he's checked in for Kyle Anderson. McDaniels comes in for Taurean Prince. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Noel. And Smith subbed in for Mike Conley. From downtown, nailed from three-point land. And 11 points for Smith.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
On the court for San Antonio, you've got Devin Vassell. Ante Graham is out there with Jones. Then it's Collins. And it's Zohan in at the 4-man position. Greg, Devin Vassell came in as a 3-and-D type player. But he's grown beyond that.
He has added secondary ways to contribute on offense. Still not a great shot creator, but can finish plays in a variety of ways to help his team.
Here's Jones. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Smith outside. McDaniels finds Smith. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
last game for the Spurs, they picked up the W against the 76ers.
Yeah, and with most of the arena against them, they just banded together and trusted one another to make the right play.
Even with all that noise, when they had the ball, it never rattled them. Their offense was in tune like it was a home game.
San Antonio shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night. And he knocks down the first one. The Timberwolves secured a spot in the playoffs last season, Greg, and we enjoyed it after they got that emotional win in the play-in game in the Twin Cities over the Clippers. What a night.
And, Kevin, you could tell it meant a lot to the players. This is a team that has struggled for so long, and by getting to the playoffs, this is a step in the right direction.
Buries the long-range jumper. 20 points for Smith.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And, guys, to go on a big run, get some breathing space, it has to be a great play on each end.
Richard, one of the greatest coaches in the history of pro basketball, a guy you played for, Greg Popovich, on March 11th, 2022, broke the all-time winningest mark for a head coach in the NBA.
And what's so special is all of those victories are coming with the Spurs. And look, I had an opportunity to apologize to Pop, because if it wasn't for me, he probably would have gotten here sooner.
Well, I think he would say that's completely not true. But he had to be one of the great coaches you played for.
It was. My career got extended because of the things that I learned in San Antonio. If I wouldn't have had that experience with him and their coaching staff, I would never have played as long as I did.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
It started hot, and he's only gotten harder.
There's 25 seconds left in the first half. Vassell, the pass to Jones. The 10-footer. Reed with the block.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Smith for three. And another three for Minnesota.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
Yeah, you got to know where he is at all times, especially when he's roaming around the perimeter ready to fire.
And through one half, it hasn't even been close. The Timberwolves on top, just top.
28.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You look at MP in this game, guys, he has been everywhere.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You love guys who can get their shots within the flow of the offense.
Two big men inside, Towns and Gobert. Conley out there with Anthony Edwards. And it's Smith in at the three, the small forward. That's Chris Finch's 5 as we get into the second half. Greg, Father Time is undefeated, and every player has to make the decision when it's time to retire. How big a factor was age for you?
Well, you don't want to leave anything on the table, but your body will tell you when it's time. I know that was the case for me.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thanks very much. Now, for 22 straight years, San Antonio made the playoffs. They haven't made the last 3 postseasons, and former Spur Robert Horry worries if they'll ever be relevant again, saying, "I hate to say that. San Antonio is a small market. Guys just aren't going to go there." And that's a dire prediction for such a storied and successful franchise, Kevin.
Wow, no kidding, David. All right, thank you.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
The pass to Sohan. And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. Pass to Vassell. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. And that kind of stifling effort on defense needs another look.
And boy, did he get up quick to reject that shot. That's as fundamental as defense gets.
San Antonio shooting their 7th free throw attempt. pass to Vassell. There's the three. The shot misses, and Minnesota will come the other way.
And there comes a point when, for the team's sake, you might want to move it. He's hurting them with all of these misses.
For three, Smith. Rebounded by the Spurs. Three-pointer. And rebounded by McDaniels. McDaniels got 4 rebounds in this game. Prince outside. Inside. Here's Noel, and he finishes nicely on the layup. Noel's got 5.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Yeah, they're going to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
Here's Vassell. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. Minnesota on top, running away with this one. And we're coming right back after this break to get the 4th quarter underway. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Minnesota making some changes. Austin Rivers comes in for Alexander Walker. And Smith subbed in for Noel. All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves. And that one falls for Vassell. Richard, last season, a historically close race for the scoring title. And it came down to the wire between LeBron, Joel Embiid, and Giannis Antetokounmpo. It was thrilling those last couple games.
It was beautiful. To me, it reminded me of 90s basketball when you had Shaq and you had David Robinson and Patrick Ewing and Hakeem Olajuwon. And now bigger players are back. Size and strength is still valuable in today's game, and you love to see it.
On the floor for San Antonio, Jones is out there with Devin Vassell. Then it's Collins. Then it's McDermott. And it's Zohan in at the 4 spot. From outside, off the mark. And so it's Rivers with it. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Prince outside. Smith for 3. Good! Another from 3.
And this parade of threes has no end in sight. He just keeps knocking them down.
Oh, and that latest triple ties him for 2nd for the most threes in a game. What a monster he's been from deep.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration.
Connects again from distance.
And of course it falls for him. That 3 pushes him into the history books.
Well, he is now tied for the most threes in a game. This is a night we will never forget. McDermott kicks to Vassell. To halt the run, Knight grabs the board.
And you got to give credit to the D for never giving up on the play and doing just enough to bother him at the rim.
Smith, no good. San Antonio's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. Passes to McDermott. Now, here's Vassell. Guarded by Prince. And the basket by Vassell.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
For 3, Smith. And again for 3.
Unbelievable. Gets the record with a beautiful 3.
A new single-game record, GA, in a night that everyone will remember for the rest of their lives.
And the crowd letting him know they appreciate his greatness.
Well, he's been nothing less than great. 3-pointers at a historic level.
This is a game that every player dreams of having from the arc. He's living it. It is almost unreal the way he is shooting threes.
So San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. Here's Jang. The pass to Mamu Kelishvili. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Count that one.
It's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
It's a shame, really. If they've been playing like this last quarter, they might be in a different situation right now.
Oh, what an impressive dribble drive. That replay brought to you by Mobile One.
And even down big, the effort and energy is still there to try and make a comeback.
Rivers finds Prince. Shot clock at 6. And, yep, another basket.
And he's up to 52 points.
Yeah, making a GA look all too easy right now. So it's Minnesota winning this one easy. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense, potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.